All right, so that's what we dealt with last night. Let's talk about today's weather, shall we? Definitely warmer today and much more calm, thank goodness.
Yeah, much more calm. 58 degrees as last night. I remember we were like in the 80s last night, and then it just completely dropped. What are we looking at now, Drew?
Now we are looking at, unfortunately, a lot more rain, maybe even more lightning and thunder, but we're hoping that our wind and tornado threats have been pretty much neutralized for the next few days. We're keeping our eyes out, however, on flooding, whether it be street flooding or maybe even your local brook or stream could start to rise over the next few days. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at our forecast where, again, showers approaching central Indiana. Heaviest of the action along I-70 out there and Terre Haute. Conditions here in our region not looking too bad. A few light showers moving into the central Indianapolis area now after a relatively dry last few hours. However, of course, there's still a lot to do. Plenty of power outages still going on. Of course, we still have ours here in central Indiana. So we'll be keeping an eye on hopefully getting more and more of these people power over the next few days. And again, the good news is that likely storms aren't going to put too many more people into power outage scenarios. But it does seem like high waters and maybe troubles out there on roadways are going to really start to increase. Temperature-wise, not feeling too bad as mentioned. Not as warm as yesterday. Certainly not as cold as we could feel this time of year. Light breeze out of the west off towards the north. The rest of the state a little bit less breezy at the moment, but showers now moving in as mentioned. One little pocket of heavier activity looks a little bit more threatening than it truly is right now. No warnings or even special weather statements. I'm not seeing any lightning being produced from it. So just a heavy shower moving alongside this stalled front, and unfortunately this is going to be the culprit of all the nasty weather over the next few days. So with this thing stalled pretty much overhead or close to it, we're going to have lots of run-ins with rain showers. As we move into our futurecast, as we move into tonight, it will be on the wet side here, central, southern portions of the state. As we move into Friday morning, I think most people, if you're north of Washington, Columbus, Richmond, north of this area, you are going to have a relatively dry morning. But by the afternoon, a new wave of showers pushes in from the north. And then again, we're a little bit concerned, especially as you move into tomorrow night. This run of the forecast shows a little bit of a bow-like shape with this wave moving in from the northwest towards Indianapolis. Again, could be a sign of potentially some severe weather tomorrow night. Right around midnight, at least at the moment, is the best timing, at least we can gauge for now. However, we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully it doesn't end up being anything nearly as crazy, and it's likely not going to be anything nearly as crazy as last night. Tonight, again, lots of rain, but not even likely seeing any storms here in our forecast. Taking a look at our Storm Track 8 7-day forecast shows us we eventually get through this. You're just gonna have to wait till Sunday afternoon. Again, Friday morning, not too wet out there for most people, at least to start things off. We will be drier, but it looks like we'll also be much cooler as you move into next week. Some sunshine sneaks in with low temperatures below freezing out there. Tuesday at the freezing mark or very close to it. Monday morning, Wednesday morning. So it'll be a little chilly outside. We usually tell folks wanting to garden and plant stuff outside, wait till about Mother's Day before you're truly safe doing all that. So this is why we have a little chill down after these storms this week and weekend.